Welcome to Real Deal. I'm Terra.
And I'm Jazelle.
And this is our February 1st Watches episode. Pretty casual. We're just going to talk about stuff we saw for the first time this month, what we loved, and what we absolutely hated.
Boy, were there so many movies this month that I hated.
I watched some bangers this month, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I think off the top of my head, I have to say I watched Dark Knight for the first time.
I don't know how you got away with that.
Nobody, listen. I know that I took a really long time to watch the Nolan Batman trilogy. I started in January and then I finished them off this month. And I have to say, Dark Knight, absolute banger. It's not like I didn't know. I heard that it was a banger. Okay. But watching it, wow, what an experience. I can't wait to watch it a second time. Heath Ledger just, oh my God.
No, that's an iconic performance.
Oh my God. Scene stealing, just absolutely, he owned the movie. That was his.
Yeah.
It was his. Didn't do the third one justice. What is that? The Dark Knight Returns, I think.
I honestly don't know
so.
it. There's Batman Begins, the Dark Knight. What is it?
Rises. And yeah, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight,
Dark Knight
Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
I watched Dark Knight Rises after, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Tom Hardy as Bane was fun, but nothing can top Heath Ledger. That shit was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Not even Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow.
No. Oh, but he's so fine though.
Oh my God, I love him as the Scarecrow. Because why was I a little kid like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, okay.
And his little bayonetta metal frame glasses.
Yeah, that was good. Also, I want to mention like the whole Maggie Gyllenhaal replacement of...
oh, that was crazy too.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I can't say that I loved her better than... what was the original? I know there's Maggie and then there's... Let me think about it. The Cruise wife. That's really bad. I can't remember her name.
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
I'm like,
I really liked her performance in the first one. I thought it was really cute and really earnest, and Maggie Gyllenhaal added much spice, and I was like, "Whoa, lady, back up!"
They're just very different personalities.
Yeah, it was
It was like, too different, I think.
Go relax.
Yeah.
Whoa, you gotta calm down.
Because she was definitely like snappier with him.
Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
absolute banger.
Yeah. Heat of a series. It's only a trilogy, right?
And you know what? Needs to stay like that. I appreciate a solid trilogy.
Yeah, I agree.
So good.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
My first good movie was Lisa Frankenstein, which just loved it. I loved everything about it.
So cunty.
So funny, so cute. It was like easy to watch. I mean, it wasn't like the best movie in the world, but it was fun. It scratched a little rat part of my brain.
Yeah. Halloween lovers.
Yeah. Lovers.
Game music lovers. Lovers of lovers.
Ooh, such a good soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack was fire. If you're a fan of Diablo Cody, the writer of Jennifer's Body, that movie, you should go check it out.
Yeah.
And it has talent straight from Santa Clara, so that's also
True. Shout
absolutely
out to the Bay.
Worth mentioning. Lisa Sobrano, she's from Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Stole the show for me. I loved her.
I loved her too.
I liked Catherine Newton. It was kind of nice to see her in something more than just Ant-Man, because God knows you can't do much with that. So.
Yeah, and I appreciate Cole Sprouse not talking the whole time.
Me too! Excellent choice. Excellent choice. I don't really want to hear him talk.
Honestly, you didn't have to.
No.
I liked his little grunts and groans.
Me too.
It was fun.
It was still good.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. I gotta say, what else did I watch? Fallen Angels. Absolutely fire. That's another one that I should have seen a long time ago. The Wong Kar-wai film, who also did, what is it? In the Mood for Love.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Admittedly, sometimes these like surrealist movies, it takes you a minute. Like you're kind of like, I don't really know what's going on. It's not very linear. But I loved the ride. Fallen Angels was beautiful. Just so much yearning and wanting to love and wanting to belong.
Yearning.
That man loves to make movies for yearners. Real yearners stand up. So good.
Whoop, whoop.
It was a crime narrative, but really it didn't feel like it. It felt like just, these separate love stories coming together and a little bit of a side dish of crime. It was good. It was so good. And it was really entertaining. Yeah. That's a banger for me.
Yeah. Wait, what are you giving these on Letterboxd?
I gave 4 stars to Fallen Angels, 5 to Dark Knight.
Okay. I gave 4 stars to Lisa. Yeah.
I think I gave Lisa 3.5, but I still loved it. I still
No, you know what? I
loved
get it. I think I wish that there were maybe like a better ending. It felt very rushed at the end for me.
Yeah.
I felt like it could have been a little bit more fleshed out. But I really enjoyed it. I think it just also like I had to give that half a star for my boy Frankie.
Yeah. I loved Lisa Frankenstein. That was in my top 4 for the month. I did have to give it 3.5 though. It wasn't giving me like
okay
Oscar.
I'll give you that.
But you know what? To me, the rating doesn't equate to how much I liked it all the time.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, I still think it was really solid and really fun. It's for the Halloween girlies. So enjoyable.
Yeah. Okay, so my second one, which isn't a new movie, but it was Garden State. And that movie is like it's from the 90s.
I don't think I know that movie. Sure.
It stars what's her name? Natalie Portman and Zach Braff.
I don't think I've heard of that movie.
Oh my gosh, it's about like this guy who is I guess like an actor, and he's not like a huge actor, but like he goes back to his hometown because his mom dies, and like he sees people that he went to high school with, and it's just about like his identity and him like feeling misunderstood, and and then like he meets Natalie Portman and she's weird. She has a lot of pets and it was cute. I gave it a 3.
I haven't seen Zach Braff in something in a while.
Yeah, I feel like he had like a TikTok cancellation or something like
Did
that.
he?
Because I was like mean to a girl on on like a date.
Oh.
And I don't know I can't remember the full story.
That doesn't feel like my business.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't need to hear that story, but people were like, fuck him.
That's like the same as people talking about Paul Mescal running from his dates. Like, that's his personal business.
I think he was like a jerk to her, but like, listen, I
don't want to know that. Yeah, I don't want to know. I would let Paul Mescal run for me.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would take it to
TikTok
plot. After. Like, that's so crazy. For the plot. Oh my God. We're oversharing a little too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to say my last one in my top 4 is Raise the Red Lantern by Zhang Yimou. I had to watch this on YouTube because I could not find it anywhere. I'm taking a screenplay class and they told us to watch this. It was banned in China for a while and it is not available anywhere in the US except for YouTube. So I was struggling to watch this movie. It's not on anything. It said Prime and then it wasn't available on there either.
What's up with that?
I don't know, but it was absolute banger of a movie. It has Gong Li in it. She's in Mulan and The Joy Luck Club. It's about China in the 1920s and this woman, she's a young woman, she's like 19, being married off to a powerful family and just her struggle with that and patriarchy and just, oh my God, it was beautiful. It's pretty stationary. The whole movie is in one place and it doesn't really move from that location at all, but absolutely gorgeous and so thought-provoking, thinking about a life under, the patriarchy and just how we struggle with that and women's freedoms. It just was so good. I wish that I didn't have to struggle and go through trials and tribulations to watch the movie because nothing takes you out of a movie more than watching 15 different ads for Harry's razors. Okay. I hated that. I don't want to have to watch things on YouTube. So painful.
Yeah.
Such a first world problem, I realize, but like, oh my God, please.
I think you can rent on YouTube, but I think you also have to do it off the app.
No, they didn't have rent. Like, I had to watch someone's YouTube uploaded video. Like, they didn't have it available to buy. Yeah. It was nowhere. I was like, all right, Christ. I'll watch someone's upload, I suppose. Absolutely beautiful. I wish that I could watch it somewhere else so I could really immerse myself in the quality. Thinking about the worst movies we watched this month.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me say my last
Oh, yeah,
favorite.
Sorry.
My last favorite is Anatomy of a Fall.
Yo!
I was so enthralled.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everything about that movie had me at the edge of my seat.
Yo,
best performance by a dog.
French crime procedurals are crazy.
Yeah.
They get kind of nasty in the trial. I was like, whoa.
They were pulling out
You gotta back up a little bit.
They were pulling out hearsay. I was like, okay.
Insane year for Sandra Hüller for that and Zone of Interest. Absolutely
good.
balls to the wall crazy.
I was not familiar with her game.
No, not at all. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I really need to take it upon myself to watch, more foreign films, but I think we'll really dive into Anatomy of a Fall for our Oscar episode, but I gotta say, like, yeah, I went into that kind of blind. And
yeah, I definitely did too.
I was like, wow, that was crazy. Performance of the year. I see why that swept so many previous award shows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's directed by a woman. Like, yes, I love that.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what Anatomy of a Fall meant as a title.
Yeah.
But
boy,
I understood shortly after.
Do you figure it out? I mean, the whole movie, you're trying to figure out if this woman has actually killed her husband or if he's committed suicide. And I think it's one of those movies where it doesn't really matter by the end.
Yeah.
It's not really the bigger picture. I will say that had the hardest cover of 50 Cent. The steel drum cover of 50 Cent, absolutely nuts.
Honestly, we should put that on the Real Deal playlist.
I'm gonna put that on there. It is on Spotify. I did listen to it.
I listened to it too. I was listening to the car the other day. I was playing it, driving at night, full volume.
No, it goes crazy. And when they bring it up in the case, and she's like, "It's instrumental."
It's instrumental.
Absolutely nuts. It's so good.
It was so good. I love that movie.
I definitely recommend watching that, especially if you're gonna pick like 4 Oscar movies to watch because there's so many of them.
Include that one.
Pick that one. Definitely pick that one.
Yeah.
Put that in there. All right.
On the worsts.
Well, Madam Web should come as a surprise to nobody.
No, I think you know our opinions on that, and if you don't, listen to our episode.
Yeah, check out our previous episode where we talked about how her web connects all of us, even against our will.
Oh, and you know what? It definitely was against our will.
Yeah.
We were clowning on that movie left and right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you watched a lot.
I watched
bad movies
literally so many bad movies this month. Go ahead and say yours first, and then I'll tell you all the bad movies that I watched.
I watched She's All That, which is not the worst movie. It's cute. It was fun. Freddie Prinze Jr. What a fun little...
Kind of a cult following.
Yeah, like a little 90s moment, whatever. Of course, I had to watch He's All That with Addison Rae. And I made it, I think, 30 minutes into that movie, and I had to turn it off. And I don't care if I have to watch the whole movie to be able to, like, fully say that I watched it or I rated it. I couldn't get through that. It felt like jury duty. It felt like prison time.
Did you log it on Letterboxd?
I did.
Fake.
It was so bad. It's just like an EOS ad immediately, and then
Are you serious?
Like, yeah, no, it's product placement. It's crazy. It was so crazy. I've never seen anything like that before.
Do you remember when those little things ruled our life?
No, it was they were everywhere.
Everyone.
It was
them.
the lip smacker to EOS pipeline.
Dude, that's crazy. What's it now?
I don't know. Fenty. I think the Fenty to like Dior.
The Dior lip oil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Which isn't amazing, by the way. But let me not get stoned. Anyway, take the mic. Take the mic, Giselle.
Okay, let me just fucking rapid fire the bad movies that I've seen. Starting off with Wonka. With young Timmy Tim.
Brave. Cobb Chalamet, as we speak, just sat up in her seat.
No, I'm so sorry. Please don't actually like skin me, but I did not like it. It was like just so stupid. And like if you thought that Tim Burton's version was like so badly CGI'd, it was like insufferable. Like this is worse than that.
I like that one.
I like it.
I really do.
I like it. That was the one like I grew up watching.
Me too.
Honestly, the CGI was not as bad in the Tim Burton one than it is in the new one.
Lord of mercy.
I think it just looks so bad, and the story was just stupid. I do like how they incorporated like all of the different like evil chocolate people. That was cute, but it just was whatever. Apocalypse Now, just like mid as fuck. I'm so sorry.
You're extremely brave.
I'm coming in with the heavy hitters. It just like did not live up to the hype, I will say.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, filmies.
You guys should know that Giselle and I are trying to watch all of the movies on the Letterboxd Top 100. I think it's like 125 like narrative films or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the number. It might be Top 250, I think.
250. It's 250.
And we watched Apocalypse Now. We've already seen like 50-something movies on that list, but we watched Apocalypse Now together, and then we watched Mulholland Drive.
Yeah. You know what? I gave Apocalypse Now a 3.5. I gave Mulholland Drive a 3.5. Or I think I gave it Mulholland a 3. But listen, they weren't bad movies. I think that what it is like people just rave about them so much that I had this expectation that it was going to change my life as a watcher of film, and it just didn't. And I can see where people are coming from, read the reviews, and see where people are getting what they're getting.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm sure this was crazy for the time, but it's not crazy now. IMO.
Yeah, I think Apocalypse Now just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all by any means, and I can see how it was groundbreaking, but it just wasn't for me. I
will say it's probably the best movie about the Vietnam War.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good in that aspect, but I don't think I could sit through that again.
Yeah, no. But I think, like, bad movie, Argyle. I gave it half a star. Half a star. Not good. Gentlemen prefer Gentlemen prefer blondes. I know. My mouth saying that. I'm so sorry, film people. I am so sorry. Marilyn Monroe is mid as fuck. I am so sorry. I can't. I'll have to. Okay, that's like the second Marilyn Monroe movie I watched, but like, I definitely get her riz. You know,
Redacted.
Jane Russell. Whatever. I don't know. She's take it or leave it. She's better off as a singer. I don't know. Monster-in-Law with J-Lo.
Whoa, listen, I'm a J-Lo hater.
She got hitters.
Monster-in-Law is so funny to me. It's so bad, but it's hilarious. I just like watching somebody be rude to J-Lo, I think. Redacted. Anyway, keep going.
Adam Scott is in that movie, and I loved him in that movie. He wore a shirt that said, "Your next sugar daddy." I do want that shirt. And then The Family Stone I watched. I gave that a 2.5 with Luke Wilson and Sarah Jessica Parker. Bob Marley movie, gave it a 2.5. Ammonite, gave it a 2.5. How Stella Got Her Groove Back, gave it a 2. Woo! Weekend and Bernie's, gave it a 2. Oh. Madam Web, gave it 1. And then Mulholland Drive, I gave it a 3.5.
I think the longer I sit with Mulholland Drive, the more that I like it. I
do agree with that.
I think it'll grow on me.
Okay, maybe let's take Apocalypse Now and Mulholland Drive out of that. But it was not a great month for movies for me.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about the things that were in theaters, I think the first few months of the year are always kind of rough. There wasn't really any stellar options. What else do you have? But like Beekeeper and Night Swim, which neither of us, I didn't see Night Swim.
I liked The Beekeeper.
I want to see Beekeeper, but Night Swim I wasn't doing. I'm not watching a movie
I was not
about a haunted pool. I gotta have boundaries somewhere. That's crazy.
That was really not it.
I also watched the Oceans trilogy this month. Oceans 12. And Oceans 11, all that. I have seen 8, but not that one. Oh. Like the George Clooney original 3.
Yeah.
11, 12, and 13. Those were fun. It was a fun time. I love a little like casino drama. I'm like, oh my God, are they going to get it this time? Like, you know that they will, but it's fun anyway.
Yeah.
I watched Her. I really liked that, the Spike Jonze film. That was beautiful. Sad. Just crying, screaming, throwing up at the end of that.
That movie made me dislike Scarlett Johansson.
I can see why. I understand. And I also watched Rustin. I'm watching Dune tonight, so that will be the full cap of my February movies. But before that, it's Rustin. I love Coleman Domingo. I did not like the Netflixiness of the movie, I fear. It just felt kind of cheap and kind of corny, which you shouldn't have in a movie about somebody who did so much for civil rights.
Yeah.
But shout out to Coleman Domingo. Again, we'll cover that in our Oscar episode next week, but I don't know. Tough.
It was a tough month.
It's tough. We've got some bangers coming out later in the year. Yeah. Challengers. I saw the TV Glow. Monkey Man. Love Lies Bleeding.
Yeah.
But that was a rough start, I will have to say.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. And tune into our Oscars episode next week.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. We've got some predictions and whatnot, and we'd love to have you make some guesses with us.
Yahoo.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.